This project for Lake Agassiz Habitat for Humanity is a LEED home, and it will be the first single-family home in the state. In the kitchen, we have a few strategies that we went towards include recycled content in the flooring. The fixtures that are, the appliances that are installed are Energy Star. So the fridge is Energy Star along with the dishwasher. Another strategy is you get credits for water efficiency. So the faucet is a low flow fixture. So what that means is it's a gallon and a half, it uses a gallon and a half per minute or less. Another strategy is underneath the kitchen sink, anywhere that there's hot water supply, it's insulated with R4 insulation. So that's the main strategies for the kitchen. We can walk into the living room. In here we have the bamboo flooring is the main strategy in this space. But with that in tow, we also have any of the lights throughout the entire house have CFL lights. So they're an Energy Star light, and that one will get installed. The windows are also a high energy efficiency window. They're Energy Star with the low E coatings on it, which basically just means that they're a little higher reflectance so that you get the solar gain in the winter, and then you also have the reflectance for in the summertime when you don't want the heat gain. So we can walk through the hallway into the first bedroom. Same strategies. You have the bamboo flooring, which is the rapidly renewable flooring. Another nice thing is that it's a very hard surface, so it'll benefit the family with having kids that'll be able to use the floor and run around on it and not worry about things getting, dented or dinged up. It also has the CFL light fixtures. In the bathroom, we have recycled content in the flooring. There was a Durox cement board for the backer, and then this will either get covered with a skim coat or tile when it's completed. Our light fixture in here is an Energy Star fan. It's exhausted directly to the outdoors, so you get, that's actually a prerequisite for LEED, is to have any kind of exhaust adequate to the space so that you don't end up with a sick building syndrome. So what that means is that you get adequate ventilation for all the spaces. Again, we have CFLs for the lights in here. There's a low flow faucet. So this one's a gallon and a half per minute, and then the faucet for the shower head is 1.75 gallons per minute. And then a fun feature on the toilet is it's a dual flush. So if you flush it forward, you'd use 1.1 gallons per minute, or 1.1 gallons per flush. And then if you push it back, it's 1.6. So it becomes a regular toilet, but you can also have the option to use less water. And another thing in here is there's a timer right here. So the switch, the intention is when you turn the fan on and the light, you can turn the 30 minutes on so that when you leave the room, the light will automatically shut off after the time that you push. So a nice thing on that is the energy savings for not leaving a light on in a space. And then through here we have another bedroom. This bedroom is similar to the others. This is the master bedroom. We have CFL lights, we have the bamboo flooring in here, and then the energy efficient windows. Another prerequisite for LEED is having a programmable thermostat. So anywhere that there's a LEED project or even a HERS rated project where it's a home energy rating system, it's essentially Energy Star's rating system, they require a programmable thermostat so that if you're leaving for a few days, you can turn it down and it keeps a more constant temperature for the house. So we can go through here to the basement. All right, well, on the lower level, we have 4 bedrooms, and we can walk through the bedrooms. This is the first one, and this bedroom gets graced with this wonderful portion of Fargo-Moorhead, a sump pump. So this is a basic necessity, I would say, for Fargo-Moorhead's climate is to have a sump pump. So when they put down the framing for the footing of the house, they also include drain tile, and then the drain tile all drains to the sump pump, which then will drain, or it'll pump any excess water away from the house. So when we get our flooding in Fargo, that's when the sump pump does the most work, but there's also times when we get a lot of rain or spring melt, snow melt, that the sump will run more often than others. Through here we have our second bathroom, and the strategies implemented in this bathroom are identical to this bathroom upstairs. So you have your recycled content in the flooring, you have a dual flush toilet, you have a low flow fixture for both your sink and your shower. We have the cement board surrounding the shower. And the reason they do that is so that you don't have issues with mold and mildew. And then you have your Energy Star fan that's ducted directly to the outdoors. And in this corner, we have another bedroom. So same strategies implemented here. We have recycled content in the flooring, we have CFL lights, and then we have the high efficiency windows. Let's see, 2, 4, 5th bedroom. And same strategies have been used here. There's your rapidly renewable flooring, your CFL lights, and your window. So in here we have the laundry room and our electrical panel. The biggest thing in here was making sure that the dryer will be ducted directly out to the outdoors. So that has been implemented here, and they just need to install the dryer and the washer and it'll be ready to go. Also within this wall is the radon protection, and that's a requirement for any new construction in the Fargo-Moorhead area because we are in what's considered a high-risk zone for radon. So in here is our mechanical room, and talk about efficiency of space. We have an Energy Star water heater, and then we have our HRV. What this does is it provides adequate ventilation for the house. So what that has to do is with the LEED portion of this project is it's a very tight envelope. Everything is higher insulation, everything is taped and seams are covered so that you don't have any leakage of the project. And with that is you get an issue called sick building syndrome, which I've mentioned before. But what it essentially means is that the house is so tight that there's not adequate ventilation to the outdoors, and then you end up with moisture building up and mold and contaminants. And so what this does is it provides enough air changes to the house to keep adequate ventilation so that the house is a healthy place for the family to live. Another feature in here is our furnace. This is a variable speed furnace, which was a requirement for the calculations that they did for the house. So before the project can begin or before the ductwork can really get installed, you do what's called a manual J and a manual D, and that essentially tells you what size furnace, what type of furnace, which is going to be the most efficient application for your house. Another thing for part of the LEED is that at the end of the project, the Green Raider will come and do smoke duct testing. And what that essentially does is he will blow smoke through this and it'll detect anywhere there's leakage. So you'll notice here on the actual ductwork that everything has been masticed. And that was kind of the biggest, I guess you would say, challenge was for our mechanical installers on this project, was that they had to go back through and make sure that everything was very well sealed. Jimmy, our Green Raider, came earlier in the year and he did a preliminary test just to see where we were, and then that way they were able to be here when he was doing that and essentially make sure that everything was sealed appropriately. So this is the final bedroom to the tour, and in here you have the same strategies that have been implemented into the other projects. You have the bamboo floors, you have the CFL Energy Star light bulbs, and then you have your efficient windows. So that's the completion of our tour of the Lake Agassiz Habitat for Humanity LEED home in Fargo, North Dakota. Thank you.